guys, today I'm going to share 7 things from my current desk setup that I use daily as a student in software engineering. Let's dive into it. First off, we're starting with my laptop. I'm using the 14-inch MacBook Pro with the M1 Pro chip. I got this laptop when I first started studying software engineering 3 years ago, and I must say it's still holding up pretty well. Although there are a lot more faster models out there right now, it gets the job done. I can write my code, edit videos, and play some games here and there. What I like about this laptop is that its battery life is extremely good. Back when I first got this laptop, I could write and run code for 6 hours without any problems. However, I think now it won't hold up that long, but I'm usually near a charging station anyway, so that doesn't really bother me. But it's nice to be able to sit and work from anywhere you want. And since it's a 14-inch laptop, it's really easy to travel with and it fits really nice in my backpack. Moving on to my monitor, I'm using the LG UltraWide 38-inch curved display, and honestly, I love this thing. It's hands down the best monitor I've used so far. Of course, everyone has their own preferences, but for me, this one was a total game changer, especially as a developer. It's got a 144Hz refresh rate and a 1 ms response time, which also makes it great for gaming. But what I really love is the ultra-wide aspect ratio. It basically feels like having 2 monitors side by side without having the bezels in between, which makes it perfect for coding, since I can have my code on one side and a live preview on the other. And when I'm editing videos, that extra timeline space is super useful. So yeah, I'm really happy with this monitor. I might even do a full video on it sometime to dive deeper into the details. Next thing is the BenQ monitor Lightbar. This thing basically lights up your whole desk and gives some backlighting to help prevent eye strain when working for long hours behind your desk. I was pretty skeptical at first, but when I bought it and tried it out, I was pleasantly surprised how good it actually worked. It's actually a quite premium product. You can even adjust like the rotation of the light bar to your personal preference. It comes along with this puck where you can adjust the settings of the light bar. For example, a colder or warmer tone, or less bright, and vice versa. You can even turn off the backlighting or turn off the front lighting and just have the backlighting on, and vice versa. The cool thing about this light bar is also that it doesn't glare your screen, like it doesn't reflect any lighting from your screen back at you, or so that's actually pretty cool. The only downside of this thing is you can actually see the food in between your keyboard, so gotta have something. Speaking of keyboards, I have the Iqunix OG80 wormhole with just the moonstone switches. I love this keyboard, the clicking sounds are amazing. The keyboard also feels very ergonomic and it's customizable to Mac keys, which obviously was important to me since I have a Mac. Also, this keyboard has some lighting options, which I usually turn off to save battery life, but there are quite a lot of different lighting options you can switch between. Also, a really cool feature is that you can actually see how much battery life is left by tapping Option plus B, and then the light indicator shows how many percentage it has left. Now for my mouse, I use the Logitech MX Master 3. Just a regular mouse that fits nice in my hand and is ergonomic, nothing special. Now, in order to organize and keep my desk clean, I have this desktop monitor bar where I can store my books, notes and sketches. It is also where I leave my BenQ monitor puck on and my 3-in-1 charging station. And as you can see, it is quite a difference between having a monitor bar and not having one. Myself, I'm a big fan of aesthetic looks, and this monitor bar does that perfectly for me, and it provides a clean working space, so it's 2 for 1. The best thing about this monitor bar is that it has these screws on the bottom, so it allows you to customize your monitor bar to your specific needs. However, I only have one large tray because it's quite expensive, but I'm surely adding more stuff to it later on. And lastly, we have my 3-in-1 charging station, as I mentioned before. I got this thing as a present from my father for Christmas, and I absolutely love this thing. I can charge my AirPods, watch, and phone at the same time. Although it's not the fastest charging, it doesn't really matter for me since I'm just using it while working or studying. So usually I sit at my desk for a while and my devices are fully charged when I go. So yeah, these are 7 things I use daily as a software engineer. Let me know what you think in the comments, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.